Good evening, family, and welcome to another Mazerati After Dark show, the Thursday night rush party on the web. I want to thank you for joining us. It's been a while, and I'm glad to be back. I'm hoping that you're enjoying all the new commercials that are on Facebook and on the YouTube. And the way that you can join us now, family, is if you go to youtube.com/Zerati TV. That's ZERATI-TV on youtube.com. Tonight, family, we're going to have another sizzling hot topic. That's right, the ladies are talking. We're going to talk about everything from does he want you to does he not want you, should you date him, how many should you date, should I have sex with him, he has bad body odor, how do I tell him? We're going to talk about everything. We're going to talk about some of the things that you sent to the Rush Party email. That's RUSHPARTY at the MazeratiAfterDarkShow.com. You guys sent some questions in, and we're going to give you the answers that you want right here on the show. I have a beautiful panel of ladies that are going to come in here and give you some secrets and give you some information that you need to know. So, this is the Grown and Sexy. You already know that. So make sure that you put the kids away. They don't need to know everything. Grab yourself your favorite libation, put the candles down, call all your friends, your loved ones, even your frenemies. They need some information too. Come back and join us in about 30 seconds and we're going to begin the show. So, thank you once again, and you're on the Mazerati After Dark Thursday Night Rush Party on the Web. See you in a moment, family.
Hi, this is your girl Karen, the real McCoy. We just finished up with Ladies Talk on Mazerati After Dark, the Thursday Night Rush. You definitely want to stay tuned for this one.
Hi, I'm Mazerati, host of the Mazerati After Dark show, and the show is looking for
Maserati got her own show. Maserati got her own house. Maserati got her own car. Maserati such an indie star. Maserati got her own show. Maserati got her own house. Maserati got her own car. Maserati such an indie star.
Mazerati After Dark show. Hit me up with your information at Rush Party, RUSHPARTY, at the Mazerati After Dark show. Remember, this show is seen worldwide. I have over 4 million viewers. So if you want someone to see you, then you need to advertise with me. The Mazerati After Dark show, the Thursday Night Rush. And we're back, family. I'm here, and you can see that sitting next to me, the couch, is very, very lovely. I've been joined by the very, very lovely and talented Miss Karen McCoy. Karen, welcome to the Mazerati After Dark show.
Thank you.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm wonderful, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming. She's going to come here and we're going to talk it up. You guys wrote in the questions, so we're going to give you some answers. And Karen is definitely an authority to be able to help you with some of those, I don't know, some of those kind of risky questions that we got, because she's a step instructor along with a few other things that she does. So I know that you guys have seen her out there in the Inland Empire running step classes and doing party promotions, and they give a heck of a party. So I know that a lot of you right now know this very, very lovely lady here. Karen, tell the family about yourself.
Well, again, my name is Karen McCoy. I'm also known as Karen, the real McCoy. I have been in the stepping game for about 3 years, and that's what I do part-time. And then I work full-time as a customer service manager / division manager for a plumbing and mechanical company. I am the mother of 2 children, 25.
Get out of here.
Yes.
Man,
that's why I'm able to do what I do.
We're just beautiful, aren't we? We just do not crack. 25?
25.
No way, I don't believe it.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. All right. And what else? What else?
And I definitely support my man Stepping Stone. We do this thing together. We definitely do the stepping thing together. And he does a lot of big time promotions out in LA with some really big promoters. So there's parties going on all year long.
And you don't want to miss them. Trust me, I've been at them. They are awesome. You guys do such a wonderful job. We're going to have another show, family. It's called Being a Couple and Being Married and in the Business. And trust me, you don't want to miss that show because it is so very, very difficult to be in the entertainment business and maintain your relationship. And this young lady and Stepping Stone do a marvelous job of it. So you want to make sure that you tune in for that too.
Absolutely.
So Karen, you're going to talk with me this evening about what are some of the things that are on your mind. We don't talk about it yet, but just a little bit of something that's on your mind.
Well, as you mentioned, just being in a relationship with someone that is out there that's just so noticed, especially being a promoter, it gets difficult sometimes because you have to be out and about. You're out in the nightlife a lot. Absolutely. And it's an adjustment. Yes. So you have to make sure that you're poised, that you're on top of your game all the time. Yes. And I don't say a whole lot, but I notice everything.
Yeah, you keep keep one eye on the DJ and one eye on everything else.
Exactly. And I feel I have to do that a lot of times too, because I have to watch what's going on around me and what's going on around Stepping Stone as well, because there's so much that's going on, and he's socializing. We're both socializing, but I kind of take a step back because I'm truly an observer.
Yeah.
So,
well, we're definitely glad that you're here this evening to talk with us, and we're going to deal with you, ladies. Yes, we are. We're going to deal with some of that bad behavior that you're putting on out there. So when we come back, we're going to meet the second young lady on this panel, and then after that, we're going to delve right in. So we're going to have a word from our official sponsor, IWantItTodayShoppingMall.com, and when we come back, the couch will get even lovelier again as we welcome Dr. China Allen. We'll be right back, family. And we're back, family. Thank you once again, and as you know, we always love to hear from our official sponsor, IWantItTodayShoppingMall.com. You don't have to rock those bumps and bulges. No. Summer's coming, so you want to start working on your summer body. Visit www.yourfigure8bodyshaper.com. They've got something there to help you. Actually, to tell the truth, family, the Fountain of Youth is there. You want to check out Lviv. It's an antioxidant that will help you to find all the vibrant energy that you need, help your skin, remove wrinkles, and just make you feel all around wonderful. So visit yourfigure8bodyshaper.biz. Okay? And as you can see, once again, it's just going to be a gorgeous show, because now we've been joined by the very, very lovely Dr. China Allen. China, thank you so much. Now family, you are really, really getting blessed here because you're just coming off of a retreat.
I am.
Tell us about that.
Well, I went on a 10-day mental cleansing retreat in Palm Springs.
Wow.
Which turned out to be a bit more than just mental cleansing, physical cleansing as well. But it was very, very worthwhile. I learned another technique to do meditation, as I do a number of different styles of meditation and relaxation for stress management. So it was awesome.
Now, you're a doctor. Tell us about that. Tell us what you do in your practice with
Okay.
with your psychology?
I'm trained as a counseling psychologist, and I do a lot of life coaching in addition to the clinical work in private practice, a lot of independent contracting. I do a variety of things. In terms of specialization, I wouldn't say I specialize. Usually people ask me, well, do you specialize in adults, children, infants? But I've actually trained and worked in all of those areas. So
that's awesome.
I've been specializing in pretty much I consider it 360 in a number of different areas. But I also specialize in addiction, behavioral health. So that's all these.
Well, family, you know, I'm always one to support if you are having any type of addiction problem that is not the end of the road. So we will most definitely have Dr. Allen's information on the Mazerati After Dark page, because if you're suffering with any kind of addiction, any kind of psychological problem that you may be having, sometimes even having difficulties dealing with our children, it's always helpful to have a life coach there that can help you maybe have a direction to reach your children or a way to communicate with them that you wouldn't normally think about. You are able to help them with that.
For general personal growth and development, because we all need a coach and mentoring and support to take ourselves to the next level.
Okay.
And that's
Well, I'm glad that you're here with the life coaching portion of it, because when we finish with them this evening, trust me, life coaching is what you're going to need, because we're going to deal with some of those issues. The fellas wrote in some questions. So ladies, we're gonna answer some of the questions that the fellas had, and I'm glad that you're here, because I think they're gonna need an aspirin when they finish with some of these answers that we give. So we're gonna get right to it in a moment. You've learned a little bit about these ladies, and when we come back, we're going to deal with your questions, family. So once again, we're gonna take a break, and make sure that you visit Cheapo Air. That's right, summer's coming. That's always gotta be a good way to get your chi in order. Take a vacation. Check out Cheapo Air. They have fares right now at 65% discount. So go to www.iwantedtodayshoppingmall.com and check out Cheapo Air. Take the family on vacation. Take your loved one on vacation. Hey, take yourself on a vacation. We're back. Hope that you went and checked out Cheapo Air. Make sure you take your family for a vacation. That'd be a good thing to do for your family this year. The recession is hard, and there's nothing better than a little relaxation, a little family time, a little one-on-one time with your loved one, you know, to ruffle the feathers and help you through it all. Okay? So check out Cheapo Air, family. Great prices, great vacation packages. Okay, now, I've been joined by both of my lovely guests, Miss Karen McCoy and Dr. China Allen, and we are here to chat it up. That's right, hot topic of the evening, ladies talk. And tonight, we're talking about what you sent in. They have no idea. Look at them. They're looking like deer stuck in the headlight. What is she going to say? And they should be, because you guys wrote in some interesting stuff. You guys have no idea what they wrote in. So you guys ready?
We're ready.
Okay. The first question that we got came from Michael Harris. Thank you, Michael. Michael Harris of Chicago. He put it in the box, and he says he had a situation. He said, do you let your best friend be the man of honor or your best man at your wedding if he's had a sexual relationship with your bride-to-be?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Absolutely not.
Why not? I mean, it's over with. It's over and done. It was back in college.
Okay, so this was
Now
before.
Yes, it was
Well, I have a
before.
difference of opinion.
Okay.
Okay.
I think it depends on how all parties feel about it, how mature they are, as far as their relationship with each other. I think you have to be respectful to the other party's wishes. If one person feels that, it's totally not cool, then it's definitely something you should not be doing. I think it has a lot to do with the kind of relationship it was. If it's just like a scandal that will just cause or be a distraction to the wedding, then I'd say, not a good idea. Because the focus is supposed to be on the bride and groom.
Right. See, I'm thinking this is something recent, but if it's something old, understandable. Yeah, I mean, time, passes and, that could possibly be okay.
You guys are good, because me...
I know, I'm not trying to have it.
Not going down at all. I mean, you know what? I could just see me standing here in my bride's dress thinking, maybe not. You know what I'm saying? If it was back in college and it was really, really tore, and then you see him again, and
no, what is this? The bride has had.
The bride had a relationship with the groom's best friend, who now wants to be his best man.
Personally, that would be a problem for me. I wouldn't do it. But,
Here's the real twist. The bride-to-be doesn't know that he knows.
I'm thinking of a movie.
Okay.
Bridesmaid?
Woo!
Maybe?
Maybe, yeah. So what are we telling? What are we telling? Is it a yay or is it an A?
I would say, to keep down confusion, invite him to the wedding. He cannot be in the wedding.
He doesn't get the tuxedo, huh?
No.
What do you say, China?
I think that probably might. Well, I'm sure that could work also. I mean, I think it depends. But if it's going to cause confusion in any kind of way and take from, the event, then it's not worth it.
No, well, I'm going to take the bride's perspective. She has no idea 86 that. Find a new best man. I don't think that is fair to. I don't think it's fair to the bride. I think that's too much. I think that's too much pressure.
I agree.
Okay. Second question, because like I said, fellas, you wrote in and I'm impressed. Joe Jack from Tennessee asked, why does a man have to have $1 million to date you? Sounds like Joe Jack needs a job.
Yeah.
He wants to know, why do we want the men to have $1 million to date us?
Well, first of all, what kind of women are you dating? And where do you go? Because most women that I know have their own things going on. So they're independent women. So it sounds like the women that you're hooking up with don't have a job. They're looking for someone to take care of them. And, so there you have it. So you might want to stop going to the strip club looking for a woman. I'm just saying.
Then also, there's the challenge, okay? Let's think about in terms of being equally yoked here, okay?
Ooh, she went deep.
There can be a lot of conflict involved when there's no finance to go along with that romance.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Okay, so the top causes for the breakup of a relationship, really, finance is like number 1 or 2. Okay. So I mean, if you just look at sheer numbers, and you go in for statistics. I mean, that tells you that it is necessary. You may not want it to be, but that's a reality. Okay, because it's very challenging. And feelings, people can catch feelings on both sides.
Absolutely.
If women are paying the bill, they're going to catch feelings a lot of times at some point, because they really don't have that help meet. And if men are being paid for all the time, they may say they don't have a problem with, letting a woman be an independent woman, but in actuality, a man's going to be a man in his head, if nothing else, and it's going to manifest itself outwardly in some kind of way.
Yeah.
Okay?
Well, I think, I think I kind of see a trend that when women take care of men, it's ruining the men.
Yes,
They're not strong. Ladies, close your legs and close your purses, because you're ruining the men. Men need to feel like they are wanted, needed, and in charge.
Say it one more time.
Wanted, needed, and in charge.
When they are not.
Yes. But you still need to make them feel that way. And if you keep opening your legs, opening your purse, and just opening your heart at the drop of a hello, you're never gonna find a man.
And it's just not natural. As women, we are working at cross purposes of each other.
Absolutely.
You have those that are buying a man, and you have those that refuse to buy a man.
Say that again.
And then you got a man in the middle,
Right.
okay? is
Thinks
what?
he needs $1 million.
Has he needs $1 million?
Has an expectation and an entitlement to your pocketbook.
Absolutely. Entitlement. I like that word.
What
entitlement.
is that about?
Just because I have more money than you and we're dating, you are not entitled to my stuff. You're only
Absolutely.
visiting. You're only visiting.
What's mine is mine.
That's right. You're only visiting.
And if you're just talking about dating, there's levels.
Of dating.
Okay? I mean, what is all this speed dating thing? There are levels to dating. I mean, you can start co-mingling finances when you kick it up to another level. Okay?
Absolutely.
Now, if you haven't kicked it up to another level,
We're
then
not co-mingling.
that's not even a conversation we should be even having.
I agree. So, fellas, you don't need
Who's
a
dating
million.
who?
Exactly.
We're dating each other,
dating
but
each
it's
other.
not even natural. Let's go back to the animal kingdom. It's not even natural. Okay, and we don't want to talk about LA. That's a whole nother story after dark. Okay, because it's special.
We'll have to come back and talk about dating in LA.
Yeah,
Another
that's a
whole
topic.
animal right there.
Absolutely.
So, no, fellas, you don't need $1 million, but you do need to work on having your own. And don't think that you're automatically entitled to mine. Let's just go slowly and surely as we get there. And like China says, when we start commingling funds, then that question actually just disintegrates.
And if I
Because
hear
it's not
another one of those brainwashing mantras, Miss Independent, okay? If I hear another one of those,
Yeah.
you know, brainwashing mantras in these songs and rap songs, I'm going to just slit my wrist.
So the independent, do you think that those mantra songs, Miss Independent, is that why the men are feeling that way? You think that makes them feel that they need that?
Well, I think that they feel that way because those are the women that they choose. Those are the women that they run up on. So you have the women that have, you know, the bad weaves, whose nails need to be done, who drive the raggedy cars, who got 8 kids with 9 different baby daddies. You know, of course those women are looking for someone to take care of them,
Yes.
looking to take care of their needs and all the stuff that they're not doing on their own. So, you know, when you have someone like that or you approach someone like that, then yeah, that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna have the woman that says, yeah, you gotta have some money.
So what
$1
else is
million.
he getting out of that to conquer a woman of means? What is he getting out of it? What is his payoff? I mean, other than the fact
Well, that's
that he
gotta
can
be a
keep
F.
all of his money in his bank account and he doesn't have to share it. What does that say about him? What does it say about him as far as being able to go after that kind of woman versus the woman that works and nothing, you know, bad about working at 7-Eleven, but the woman that has a regular job. Why isn't he going after that woman? Okay, if he's not interested in sharing.
So you're saying that he's driving out of his lane.
Exactly, he's totally out of his lane. Because if he's not interested in sharing, I mean, you have to ask yourself, why doesn't he get with her? A woman like that. He's not
Because
even
she's
going
probably
after that
too
woman.
intimidating.
So
for
why does
him.
he have to wrestle with the woman that is of means or feels like he has to conquer her?
Well, I think that he probably wants to conquer her because she has something to offer him.
Hello. So what is this conversation really about?
Well, fellas, I think you just might want to stay in your lane
Yes.
and work on yourself and get your act together. And if you feel like you need $1 million to date her, she's probably not the woman for you right now.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely.
she's not the woman for you right now. You need to get a woman that's more
Grounded.
Yes. Not don't reach so much for the bling bling.
And a woman of substance
Yes.
doesn't have to be
Right.
a woman with the bank account.
Absolutely. Yeah.
There's
yeah.
plenty of women with substance that
Substance.
don't have
Money.
the money.
And money is really, really not the most important
No,
thing.
and it shouldn't be.
I think that when a man thinks only on the level of money and what you have to have in a monetary area in order for him to date you or be comfortable with you or even feel like that he has to have all that money to date you, I think that kind of speaks to who he is too. He's only all about money.
I agree.
And if he doesn't have his own, then he's a gold digger.
But men have no sense of what a woman has to do in order to look the way they would want them to look
Right,
and how much money they have to pay to do it.
Right.
They have no sense of that.
right.
So a man that isn't willing to share
Only take.
and only take,
Right.
that's not even fair. Because more often than not, she spent a lot of money to look and have all the things that he's attracted to.
Yeah, he likes her looking
He
that way,
likes that.
but he can't kick in on it.
Right.
Get an ugly chick.
You might want to rethink that.
You might need an ugly chick.
Yes.
Okay. Next question. Tracy Mitchell asked, "Ooh, do you think that sexually transmitted diseases will slow down if the porn industry is made to cover up?" Because right now, family, HIV just among African American women is something like 60%, 6 to 10, every 6 out of 10 has an HIV issue going on.
Between the ages of 18 and 35.
And that
Yes.
is, those numbers are staggering.
Yes, they are.
And men are really, really into porn, and in porn, it's skin to skin, and they want to relive what they see on those movies with you. So now, the industry is being made to cover up.
Women also are really into porn nowadays. We look at kind of current events and what the trends are. And if we look at the beginning of civilization, there were STDs to a
Then.
large degree then.
Played on the land. Spoke about it in the Bible.
Yeah.
Didn't call it AIDS, but definitely plagues on the land. So, what do you think? If the porn industry is made to cover up, do you think that men will be more willing to cover up so that the spread of AIDS will slow down?
The porn industry.
I
think
agree
it's
with
personal
that.
responsibility.
I do too. And some of those pornos, they actually are covered up. Some of them are, but they're probably not as interesting to watch. See, that's the difference. And it's unfortunate, but I find black men especially have an issue with that. It's something about that whole protection thing that they just don't want to do. And it's unfortunate because it also goes back to the men that are in prison, the ones that are on the DL. They come out, they go home to their wives, they go home to their girlfriends, and they're having unprotected sex with their wives and girlfriends. That's where a lot of it is being transmitted from, because a lot of the men in prison actually have AIDS. I mean, they have different sexually transmitted diseases, and it's unfortunate because they don't tell their wives, of course, what they were doing in prison. They don't tell their girlfriends. Of course, they're excited when they get out to see them, but there's definitely a spike in those percentages. Like you said, it's very staggering because there's no honesty. You have all these men that are on the DL. Yes, a lot. And
they look like men too. They
do.
Fine.
They're very manly, but they're not being honest with their mates.
Not at all.
And these women are very trusting, and that's why you have so many women that now, have, a lot of them are fighting for their lives now.
It has a lot to do with personal integrity too, because in 1983, when the HIV virus was actually identified and by the CDC.
1983.
1983. The messages, the public health messages, went out to the homosexual community, and the homosexual community actually responded to it very responsibly.
So it's the
However, the heterosexual community, particularly the African American and the Latino communities, did not.
Yes.
And with the event of the Down Low brothers, which of course we know they couldn't be African American, we had a lot of African American females contracting the disease, which was one of the highest groups.
Yes, we are the
that are
highest.
affected.
We are the highest group.
And are falling victim to that particular, but it has a lot to do with them not having the negotiation skills, the condom negotiation skills. So it goes back to personal integrity. So you have to ask yourself, why is it that the homosexual community, the gay population, responded to it?
Mm-hmm.
And why is it that the African American community really did not? And when you think about, did churches want to talk about it? No. Did schools want to talk about it? No.
Nobody wanted to talk about it. Well, family, you know what? We're going to take a break, and when we come back, Dr. Allen, I would like for you to impart to the family, because this is very, very vital. I would like for you to impart to the family some methods on negotiating the condom. I mean, there's no point in us talking about it if we can't do something to help about it. So we're going to put it out there. Women and men are listening and watching. We're going to put it out there, family, for you to be able to find some ways to say, look, I like you. I want to do this, but we need to do this first, so that we can all continue to have a healthy sex life and live a long time. So we'll be right back, family. See you in a moment.
Maserati, such an indie star. Maserati got her own show. Maserati got her own house. Maserati got her own car. Maserati, such an indie star.
To the Mazerati After Dark show. Thanks, Miss Mazerati.
And family, we're back. And like I said before we left, we want to have a talk with the ladies right now, especially our young women. Young women, take a moment, put everything that you're doing right now, put it down, and listen to what we're about to say to you, because it's important and it's vital, not only for your life, but for mine. We need your help. So we need you to get your condom negotiating skills up, so that we can stop the spread of this deadly disease.
Absolutely.
Don't you agree?
Yes.
Karen, you said something on the break. You said something that was very, very poignant. Tell the family what you said about condoms.
Well, first of all, you have to be careful, who you choose to have sex with. I mean, that's so intimate and it's so personal.
Absolutely.
But you have to let your partner know that you're more concerned about yourself than he is, or than she is. So you have some women that don't necessarily like the feel of condoms either. So you have to be more concerned about your health than the person that you choose to have sex with. So either wrap it up, or keep it pushing.
No love, no glove.
That's right.
When I lived in Atlanta, there was a group that I would support called Sister Love. And I had the pleasure of sitting into some support groups where we actually had condom negotiation parties, support groups. And we talked about these kinds of things about protecting yourself. And some of the strategies that came up were to make the condom a game, make it part of your lovemaking play.
Right.
Okay. And use that as one kind of a strategy. The other one, as you had mentioned, just frank talk about how you feel about yourself, because you must care about yourself.
Absolutely.
You must care more about yourself when it comes to having intimate partner sex than anyone else, because if you don't care about yourself, who else is going to care about yourself? And the other thing is, the condom is not the panacea of everything. I mean, let's be real.
Right.
Those of us who have all used a condom before, there are a lot more fluids going on than just what's in that condom.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Yes.
Now,
And if you're having good sex.
exactly. And so if people want to talk about, some people might want to argue, sometimes you might hear that from a partner, argue about some of the other things that you're doing, oral sex, okay?
Yes,
and if you're
definitely.
doing oral sex, then you
Tom
might as well
Dams
do
and all of
this.
those things, right.
But there are even condoms for that.
Absolutely.
But still, you have other people talking about the amount of fluid necessary in order to transmit the disease. I've heard buckets of saliva as a benchmark given out and things of that nature. When you think about that, when it's your life, do you really want to chance it?
Not
Do you
at
really
all.
want a chance to see just how much you really need in order for it to be effective and contract the virus? I know I don't want to, okay?
Let me just mention one other thing since we're talking to the young people as well.
Absolutely.
There's a couple of situations that have come up just recently about young girls not necessarily wanting to have intercourse with the guys. Of course, these are young guys. They don't want to use condoms. The girls say they want to remain virgins, but they're playing all these games. One of the games is, you guys, make sure you
After
listen
dark.
up. Listen up. The guys, these young men, are sticking their penises under the girl's arms. She's closing her arm and he's ejaculating under her arm. So this one girl, she was having issues with her armpits, so she went to the doctor. She had syphilis under her arm. She had blisters because she shaves under her arms. So all of that got into her pores. So now she's all blistered under her arms, but yet she says she's still a virgin. Well, this little nasty boy that she's messing with, and obviously she didn't wash fast enough to clear all that stuff out, that's just as bad. So you have to be careful what you're doing. These young women out here are being affected by some really strange things.
And remember, in order to contract the virus, all you need
Open skin.
is just not necessarily even a sore. You just need any kind of abrasion to the skin surface. So that's everything from brushing your teeth to flossing your teeth. So we're talking about oral sex now.
Right.
To having a rougher type of sex.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a minute, too.
To where you could have these microscopic tears or anything,
Right.
to that degree. Now, and because the woman's membranes are so open, okay, her surface is so open, we are just the perfect vessel in order to contract just about anything, which is why females are the first one to know that they have something.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Okay, family, we've given you some condom negotiating skills. Either you wear a condom or you get nothing at all. You
Absolutely.
can make your condom into a game. Keep your armpits closed too.
And wash them.
All you young ladies out there, I'm just gonna tell you, I know that I've said it before and you think that I'm crazy, but abstinence works.
Yes, it does.
If he is not your husband, then you need to make him work harder for it. Stop giving yourself away. Love yourself. Try that. Try just loving you, and then you won't get into these situations. But in the event that you are so hot and bothered that you cannot hold yourself, you do not have to wait for him to protect you. There are female condoms, and that information is on the Mazerati After Dark show, our webpage. You can protect yourself. Female condoms are free at the clinic and readily available, and you can buy them in the store. So don't wait on him, ladies. Keep your armpits closed, and if you have to, protect yourself, because the life that you could save could be mine.
Hi, I'm Dr.
as well
China.
as
Every
yours.
Thursday night I watch the Mazerati After Dark Rush Party on the web at 9 o'clock. Join me.
Still here with the very, very lovely Karen McCoy and Dr. China Allen, and we're going to get to that question. Talk to him and let him know, because that was important. What you were saying.
I personally experienced that because I have a man who's very nice looking and he approaches women all the time about business. And it's about our stepping classes. So when he gives out his card, he'll socialize a little bit and then he moves on. Well, he gets a phone call You know, and the women want to know about his personal life. They're asking him personal questions, and then he ultimately says, okay, well, are you interested in taking classes?
Right.
Then the whole conversation changes. Oh, well, when are the classes? Oh, okay, well, I don't think I can make it. You know, because he is all about his business. So he tries to bring them back around and shift that to let them know that he's not interested in them personally, but this is what I have to offer. Since we were talking about it, if you're interested, these are the days of our classes, you know, this is how much it is. And so he brings them back to business. And you can't make someone be interested in what you do.
No.
They have to be interested. If they're not interested, they're going to find every reason and every excuse why. And then you'll know right then and there that it was never about business for these women anyway. You have so many women that are aggressive, they're shady. And the men aren't always looking for booty call women, so you know you need to back up just a little bit.
And just to clarify that too for this gentleman who wrote in or called in, what's wrong with just saying what it is he wants with the woman? If I'm meeting you, I sell financial planning advice.
A lot of them do that though,
Okay.
but the women are still still
Right.
take it as I'm attractive, and so you obviously you want to holler at me. It's not always the case.
Then I think that they should find a way to just say, you know, you're very nice, but I really need to do this, or I'm in a relationship, or I'm not looking for a relationship. What is this about when we can't really communicate what it is that we're doing? Why can't we say, I'm in a relationship, or I'm not looking for a relationship? What's wrong with that?
Well, ladies, you know what? I would just advise you to hear them out. You know, every gentleman that approaches you is
Don't want
really
you.
not into you personally that way.
No, they're
and
not.
if you just think that they're after your tail, and instead of trying to help you put something in your wallet, you're gonna mess around and miss a perfect business opportunity. So slow your roll a little bit. Stop thinking that everybody wants you. We know you're fine. Really, we do.
Or maybe you
Right.
just think you're fine.
Right.
Yeah,
But
that's okay too.
take a little time to hear him out and find out if he's really trying to help you get your bottom line together, or if he's really just trying to get your bottom. That's
There
what
you go.
that's what I say about that. Everyone that approaches you is not always trying to approach you in a bad way. Let's see. Sean Edgars asked the question, what do women think makes men happy?
What do women think?
What do women think makes men happy?
I think it's individual. I think it really has to do with the individual, and I think that that when a woman is interested in a man or having something with a man, she should take the time to find out what makes him happy. Because I can't say what makes Sean happy is going to make James happy, is going to make Sonny happy.
Right.
One size doesn't fit all. Every last man is very, very different. Yeah, there may be some commonality, just like there may be some commonalities among the women, but we have to be the first to admit we're all extremely different.
Yeah, because most of the time I think that women think that what makes a man happy is, you know, cooking something to eat, getting his clothes clean, giving him good sex, you know. Most of the time we think that that's all that it takes to make them happy. But you're saying that in reality, it's an individual thing.
Remember the men are from Mars, women are from Venus?
Yes.
There are some themes and traits for men, males and females' behaviors. There are some. So if that's the kind of question he's asking, well, certainly we can go down that path. How
Right.
men are different from women.
Right.
Okay? Men, for the most part, most men want respect, but we want respect too. So how does that differ?
Right.
Okay? Men want to be appreciated. Well, we want to be appreciated too.
Yeah, we always want to be appreciated.
Okay?
That's nice.
Men want love, they really do.
They do?
Oh, yeah.
Men want, you men want love?
Men want love.
Men want love.
And,
Okay.
and so do
Men want
we.
love.
So do we.
Yes, we do want love. So the answer to your question, I guess, would be to have a conversation with your lady. And in that conversation, tell her the kinds of things that make you happy. And if she provides some of those things, then she's your girl. And if she doesn't, you should keep looking.
It may be support. It may be to be left alone.
Most of the time, they do want to be left
There are
alone.
women that want to be left alone too.
That's true. That's true. Cougars. We want you to go home. Okay. I want you to email me your thoughts on that sexual revolution question. Do you think that the sexual disease epidemic is in part the fault of the porn industry? I want to know your opinion. Send it to me to the Rush Party at the Mazerati After Dark show. We will revisit that question again. Now, ladies, we've had a little question and answer session about what the audience wrote in. Karen, Karen, lady, I know that you have some burning question or comment or answer for the bad behavior that women are displaying in 2012. Not only in the street, but at home too. Because ladies, you're behaving badly. You know you are.
Yes.
Some of y'all cutting up.
Yes, you are.
Acting real ugly.
When you're out in the streets, ladies, you know, you have to remember, show some class, because there's so many of you that are just totally classless, and you know, it may not be your fault. Maybe it's your mama's fault. I don't know. But you might want to get it together. You might want to start hanging out with friends that are not hoes. You might want to start hanging out with women that have substance, because the more you hang out with the losers, that's what you're gonna be. Unfortunately, you're guilty by association.
You will become a product of your environment.
At home, you need to take care of home. You need to keep your house clean. You need to take care of your children, and you need to make sure that you keep your hygiene in order as well. Get it together.
What I hear a lot of men saying that they are upset with the women because they put their children in front of them. What is that all about? I don't have any children. But I mean, you know, just as a woman, I would think that your children would come before your guy.
when you're in a relationship, and this man is just coming into the relationship, you have children, that woman should take care of her children first. When you're married, you put your husband first, and then you take care of your children. But they should all kind of come together. Nobody should be left out. That's just like fixing when you're cooking dinner. You fix your husband's plate, then you fix your children's plate. Well, some people see it the other way around. It depends on how you feel and how your husband feels. You have some husbands that have issues with that. It really comes back to communication and how you guys are dealing in your relationships. But I think personally, being married for a very long time, I would serve my husband first and then my children. But we're talking a matter of minutes.
Moments.
Yeah.
Dr. Allen, the men, why are the men having the issue that the women are putting the children before them?
Let me just say, there is a developmental time for children, and that period of time, adults should know that children have needs. They have needs, and they're needy. A lot more needier, supposedly, than the adult should have grown past their needs to be able to fulfill their own needs. Okay, and it's hard for me to understand that an adult can't understand they came together in order to meet the needs of the children.
To nurture the children.
And to nurture the children. Now, if they're truly on the same page, they should be on one accord with that whole concept. Children don't even have the patience, for example, to wait until daddy eats if they're starving.
Right.
Adults have learned how to wait. Okay? These are the sacrifices that we give for our children when we have children.
So was the man being
Okay.
childlike, selfish?
Yes.
Is
Well,
he?
Yes.
it really depends, and I'll tell you why. Because when you talk about relationships where women already have children and men come into the picture, their primary responsibility as a caregiver is to the children.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely.
And any man coming into that situation shouldn't come into the situation not understanding that she has an obligation, moral and legally, to do what she needs to do for the children. However, she may want to rethink the relationship if she genuinely doesn't have enough time to be able to nurture a relationship simultaneously. The man, because her primary responsibility is the children. Now, if you don't have enough time or energy to nurture and give the man what the man needs, then maybe this isn't your time to have the relationship. Particularly if you don't have a man that has enough patience or understanding to be able to know what your primary role is.
It's the Mazerati show. The Thursday night of rush.